It's English time! Come on and join me as we learn English the easy way! Hello everyone! We are now on our last lesson for quarter 1. Excited ka na ba? Tara, let's start! Our target most essential learning competency for this video is evaluate spoken text using given criteria. Mahilig ka bang manood ng mga singing contest? Kaya mo bang i-determine kung sino sa mga contestants ang nagtataglay ng pinakamagandang boses? Agree ka ba sa naging desisyon ng mga judges sa itinanghal na champion? When judges evaluate a singer's performance, they are relying their judgment based on certain criteria. Hindi ba nga meron tayong tinatawag na criteria for judging? In a singing contest, usually, the criteria include the vocal quality, stage presence, style, and performance. The same is true when we are to evaluate a spoken text. This text may come from songs, speeches, conversations, interviews, and the like. Spoken text is a term used to name spoken language in use. Sometimes it's called an oral language, which means language produced in its spontaneous form, as opposed to written language. Evaluating spoken texts require careful analysis. Aside from understanding the concepts portrayed, other criteria may be used in evaluating these materials. These include the following: fluency, tone, volume, pitch, speed, word choice, cohesion, correctness. Fluency refers to one's ability to clearly pronounce words with appropriate speed, accuracy, and expression. Fluency in speaking is known as the natural ability to speak spontaneously, quickly, and comprehensibly with few numbers of errors that may distract the listener from the speaker's message. Fluency in a language means speaking easily, reasonably quickly, and without having to stop and pause a lot. Next is tone. Tone refers to the feelings or emotions the speaker portrays in a spoken text or material. It's not about what you say, but rather the way you say it, and the impression it makes on everyone in your audience who reads or hears you. Nakakatakot ba yung tono ng nagsasalita? Para bang galit? Nakakaaliw ba? O nakakainis? Volume. Volume deals with the loudness or softness of speaker's voice, indicating emphasis on important points or concepts. Volume could affect perceptions of intended meaning. Someone who is typically loud may alienate others. Such a person is often viewed as overbearing or aggressive. In contrast, if you are soft-spoken, others may interpret your behavior as timid. Thus, your volume can overwhelm or underwhelm others' impression of you and might cause them to turn you down or to lose interest in your words, simply because they cannot comfortably hear you. As an effective interpersonal communicator, you regulate volume in an effort to promote meaningful interaction. Your volume should reflect the nature of your message, the size and acoustics of the space you are in, your proximity to the other person, or any competing noise or conversations. Typically, nilalakasan natin ang volume ng pagsasalita to stress particular words and ideas and to reflect the intensity of our emotions. Similarly, hinihinaan naman ang volume to add suspense or sustain another's attention. Remember that volume that is varied is most effective. Proceed naman tayo sa pitch. Pitch refers to the highness or lowness of the speaker's voice. This involves the concept of intonation. Are you familiar with the intonation patterns? Sige nga, tignan natin. Listen carefully and identify what intonation pattern was used in each utterance. Number 1. This is my brand new car. If you answered following intonation, then you are correct. Number 2. Are you finished with your homework? Answer is rising intonation. Number 3. Do you prefer coffee or tea? Answer is rise fall intonation. To sound more natural in English, you need to be able to control your pitch. Here's why. Some people sound a little robotic when speaking because they don't have a lot of pitch variation in their voice. Their tone tends to be pretty flat and they sound a little bit mechanical, like a robot. This is what we call a monotone voice. Not expressive, not interesting, not clear. If you are not creating pitch variation in your speech, the person who is listening to you might have trouble understanding you. Now let's talk about speed. Speed refers to how slow or fast the speaker is in speech or delivery. I bet you do not want to give a monotone drone or a rapid machine gun style delivery. Your speed should be appropriate for your topic and your points. A lively, rapid speed can communicate such meanings as enthusiasm, urgency, or humor. A slower, moderated speed can convey respect, seriousness, or careful reasoning. By varying rapid and slower speed within a single speech, you can emphasize your main points and keep your audience interested. Next is word choice. It is very essential as it indicates attitude or certainty. Aside from volume, word choice also indicates emphasis on important concepts. Choosing the right words is an important part of any communication. It is a manner in which something is expressed in words. A person, in general, chooses words to which he feels comfortable, confident, and simple enough for a general audience to understand. Sometimes, the problem is not choosing exactly the right word to express an idea. It is being wordy or using words that your reader may regard as extra or inefficient. Take a look at the following list for some examples. On the left are some phrases that use 3, 4, or more words where fewer will do. On the right are some shorter substitutes. I came to the realization that versus I realized that. She is of the opinion that versus she thinks that. Concerning the matter of versus about. During the course of versus during. In the event that versus if. In the process of versus during or while. Regardless of the fact that versus although. Due to the fact that versus because. In all cases versus always. At that point in time versus then. Prior to versus before. In analyzing a spoken text, you should take into consideration the word choice. We have to make sure that the words express clearly what the speaker means by considering the control of wordiness, use of appropriate language, and the choice of precise wordings. Another criterion is cohesion. It refers to the organization of words, phrases, and concepts presented in a spoken text. When writing a paper, cohesion or how words are connected to each other is important to be able to get your point across clearly. This is especially important in speaking. Since your audience cannot read back through what you said or try to sift through difficult passages, it is imperative to use proper cohesion. The last one is correctness. It refers to the rightness or precision not only in grammar, but more importantly, the accuracy in concept. Correctness has the following features. The message is exact, correct, and well-timed. If the message is correct, it boosts up the confidence level. Correct message has greater impact on the audience or readers. It checks for the precision and accurateness of facts and figures used in the message. It makes use of appropriate and correct language in the message. We have just done discussing some of the criteria in evaluating spoken texts. Sige nga, i-review natin. These are fluency, tone, volume, pitch, speed, word choice, cohesion, and correctness. For the application part, this is a sample activity where you can apply what you've learned from our discussion. You are to listen to the speech of the late Senator Miriam Defensor Santiago. Then, you will describe her speech by completing the table below. Thanks for watching!